Hey guys, Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new pickups video. I got some great stuff to share with you guys. Now, this is going to be all the stuff that I got at the end of last year and Christmas gifts and stuff. And so this is my first pickup video for 2026. And we got stuff from Gamefly, GameStop, eBay, Amazon, my local game store, and stuff from Nintendo. So we're going to start off with the things I got from Nintendo. Now, I've told you guys over the years how I've joined the My Nintendo Rewards program. It's completely free. I highly recommend you guys join it if you are a fan of Nintendo stuff. It's free to join, and you earn platinum coins, which you can then turn in for digital rewards. So if you want to get like stuff for your phone, if you want to get icons for your Nintendo Switch, you can get those. You can get wallpapers, things like that. I prefer to save my platinum coins to get the physical rewards that they have, because they have a huge variety of different random Nintendo memorabilia that you're able to redeem the coins for, and all you have to do is pay for shipping. So what I like to do is I like to save a bunch of coins at a time and then get 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 items at a time, so that it makes it worth paying for the shipping, because there's no point in paying the $7 shipping for one item every time when you can group them together and it's still the same amount of shipping. Whether you get one item or you get 20 items, they still charge you the same flat $7 charge. So that's what I like to do. And so I've got 4 more items that I got from there. First up, we have a new Christmas ornament, as they've released a couple of these over the years, which is cool. And this is of the Toad riding a Yoshi. So pretty cool little Super Mario ornament there. And all of these prizes have a different cost to them. Sometimes they're 200, 300 platinum coins. Sometimes they're like as much as 1,200 I've seen for certain items. And I have almost pretty much everything they've ever released. I try to get one of everything that they have if I'm able to. And there was a couple I wasn't able to get because they were sold out, but usually they go back in to stock if you give it a few weeks or a month or so. And throughout the year, they release different stuff. So really happy to have a new ornament for my Christmas tree. We'll put that on this year's Christmas tree. Next up, we got Pokemon ZA Legends. I don't remember if this was like a notepad or it was like an art book. It looks like it's got a whole bunch of different sheets in there, might have stickers or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I got that one because I do like the Pokemon series. It's been a long time since I played them. There is one of my employees at work. She actually has this game and said she really enjoyed it, so I might pick it up for myself here in the future to get played on my Nintendo Switch. But that was another one of the rewards. Also got this really sweet Super Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 sticker sheet set. And this was to help, a little promotional item to help talk about the new release of Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 for the Nintendo Switch in a physical copy, which is actually on my list to get from Gamefly eventually. So I got the sticker sheet. And then the final thing I got there was for the new Metroid Prime game, which looks really awesome. I do want to get that. There's a poster, so I remember if it was 1 or 2 posters, but it's in this tube. Since I'm not going to be hanging up right now, I just want to leave them alone in the tube so that they don't get damaged at all. You know, it's best with your posters when you're not using them to keep them rolled up and put them in these kind of tubes here. It keeps them protected from dust and getting damaged. So very happy with that. Like I said, guys, if you guys are fans of Nintendo and you like cool memorabilia stuff and you want to get items for free, which you only have to do is pay for the shipping, sign up for that free My Nintendo Rewards program. And you can earn different platinum coins by playing games on the phone, playing games on your Switch, going on the website and answering questions. They also give you coins every year for your birthday. I just had my birthday on the 14th of this month, and I got 300 coins for that. So there's all kinds of great times to give bonus stuff away, and there's a variety of stuff now that you can get, and there's a huge list of physical rewards. So definitely think you guys should check out Nintendo's website and look into that if you want to get some cool bonus stuff. Next up, we'll go over the one game I got from Amazon, and I got this was recommended to me from a buddy because I used to love and played it on the Xbox 360. I beat it multiple times, put in hundreds of hours in multiple characters, and he told me that it was remastered for the PlayStation 5 and Series X, but it was an exclusively released by Amazon. Now, I did see a few sellers on eBay, but they wanted double price for this. On Amazon, it's only $29.99, and that is Sacred 2 Fallen Angel, the remastered version. So really awesome, really happy I got this for 30 bucks. This got a pretty small print run, so once these copies run out, that's it, and you'll have to pay whatever price that it says that are out there. Like I said, I've seen a couple sellers on eBay, but they want double. They want to charge $60. Amazon only wants $30 for it, so I had to jump on this. I'm really looking forward to playing it. I've heard some good things. I heard some bad things about it, that it still retains some of the jankiness of the original version, which is completely fine with me. They did strip out the online co-op for this, but I believe you can play local co-op, which for me, I don't really care. I played this mostly single player, and when I did play it co-op, I played it locally. So I am looking forward to going back. It says it has all the DLC in it, and I believe that they put the Loot Goblin back into this game, because that was a pre-order bonus for GameStop, where you had this cool Loot Goblin. You could call him, and he would appear, and you could give him all your extra loot, and he would hold on to it and then disappear. Then later on, I don't know why, they actually deleted it from the game, and even though you had it downloaded on your console, you could no longer access him, which is really stupid. But I heard that it's back in this version, so really looking forward to eventually we're going to go back and play this game again. I loved it, and I can't wait to check out this remastered version on my Series X. Next up, we'll go with some stuff from eBay, which these two games, I actually wanted to have these versions of them in my collection, as I had the Day 1 launch edition of the Xbox One, and I have the big Xbox One box up there, and the Day 1 edition. I did get the Rise Son of Rome version that was the Day 1 2013, but I wanted to get these two versions as well, and they both were $15 each. I got the Dead Rising 3 Day 1 2013 edition. Now what's really interesting is this actually came from the company store. You can see they had the number on the back there, and it was complete with everything. I was actually able to redeem the digital code for DLC that they gave out. The person never actually redeemed the code, so that was really cool bonus. So I got that one, and then the other one I got, which I actually didn't own a regular copy of this, so it's great to have it, Forza Motorsport 5, the Day 1 2013 edition. And the Day 1 content also was able to redeem that as well. So I got really lucky. I get really lucky a lot of times when it comes to the Xbox 360 and Xbox One and Series X games. A lot of times when I buy used games, 9 times out of 10, the content isn't used. So I've been getting really lucky with that. So really happy. I do love the Forza series, and I'm glad to have all the Day 1 2013 launch versions of the games that came with the Xbox One, since I have the console, so they'll pair really well with that. So very happy to have those. Next, I'll go over a couple things I got from GameFly. I love to rent games from GameFly because you're then able to buy them at a discount as their keep option. And the great thing is, if they come with bonus content, posters, CDs, digital codes, you don't have to worry about it missing, because they only rent out the physical disc. When you buy it, they give you whatever came in the case. So this first one up here is one that I wanted to get for the Xbox 360, but it shot up super high in price. I'm not sure if it's come down much at all, but at least I have this Xbox One and Series X version, and that is Raiden 4 X Mikado Remix Deluxe Edition. And now what's cool is it came with a poster, and a code to download the digital soundtrack was in there, as well as a little thank you, like, and little disclaimer, and and little warning, little sheet, and talking about your rights and stuff there, as well as the game, and then a cool artwork on the inlay there, which is awesome. Now this really made me laugh because I read it. It says on here, the deluxe edition of Raiden 4 X Mikado Remix for PS5. It includes a poster and download code for the digital soundtrack. So I don't know if you guys will be able to read that text on there. But when they made it for the PS5, they didn't change the text for the Series X version. So the Series X version says for the PS5 on it. I thought that was kind of silly and funny. A little error on there. But there's been errors on games over the years. I just thought that was kind of funny that it says for the PS5. But I got that for only $14, and this is a cool shooter. If you guys ever played the Raiden series, those games are awesome. Like I said, I wanted to get the 360 version, but it was priced super high. And when I saw the GameFly had it, I could get it for only $14. I had to jump on it. So really awesome. Looking forward to playing that this year. For $28. And you guys have seen this in one of my episodes of my weekly gaming playlist series I showed you guys last year, and that was Dynasty Warriors Origins. Huge fan of the Dynasty Warriors series, and this one you get to play as an unnamed hero going through the Three Kingdoms era, and you're able to ally yourself with different factions, which have different endings. They also have, I don't know if it's released yet or if it's going to be released, there's going to be this 4 Heroes DLC, which you get to ally with, like Lu Bu and I think Dong Shuo's one of them. You know, there's some of the different heroes, so they're adding DLC content to the game. So I'm looking forward to buying that and adding it to this game because I really loved it. So I do want to beat it multiple times because there's different endings and different paths for you to take, and you can replay the game after you beat it and go back and make different choices to get a different ending. So very happy to have that in my collection. This next one, really happy to see it because these were released originally by limited run, but they're super expensive, and I'm not paying no $100-$200 for one game. But I got this for $38 from Gamefly, and that was a dual pack of Yakuza Kiwami 1 and Yakuza Kiwami 2, which I do have them on the PS4, but I always would like to have the Series X version. So you have both of them there. And it does come with 2 discs, so each game does have its own disc there. There's also Yakuza 0, the remastered version for Yakuza 0 on the Series X. I want to pick up that one as well. That one's only like $50 brand new, so I'll eventually be adding that to the collection as well. But really happy to have the Yakuza games. They are going to be having Yakuza Kiwami 3 coming out next month here in February, which I have pre-ordered. Looking forward to adding that to my collection as well, and I'm getting that on the Series X, so that was cool. Go over a couple of gifts that I received from my wife. First one here is one that I'm actually playing, and you guys will see this Friday on my weekly gaming playlist series, and that is Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. So they ported the old Nintendo 3DS Luigi's Mansion 2 and put it on the Nintendo Switch. Now they called it the Dark Moon on there, but here they call it number 2 because that's what it was. The greatest thing about this is they added the ability to invert your controls. The Luigi's Mansion 3 for Nintendo Switch does not let you invert controls, and it's really hard for me because I'm used to inverting my aim. That's how I play. I know my buddy Dean does as well. So I was so excited when I rented this and saw that, hey, you can invert the controls. And so my wife asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I told her this was one of them, so she bought it for me. And it does have some cool little artwork on the inlay as well, which I love. So I am playing this currently the last few weeks, and I'm loving it. Can't wait to beat it. This is awesome. Another one here I wanted to get after I heard a buddy tell me about it, that this was the only way to get the DLC for one of the games. And she got me the Borderlands triple pack. So this has Borderlands, Borderlands 2, and Borderlands the pre-sequel. But this is the only collection that has the physical DLC for Borderlands the pre-sequel. They did not release Game of the Year editions like they did Borderlands 1 and 2 that I have. So the only way to get that DLC on disc is to get this collection here, the triple pack. It's in really good condition too. This is like almost brand new. Like I don't think the person even used it. Nice cool box here. Opens up. Got lots of artwork on there. And then you have all the discs. And each game has 2 discs. The play disc and the content disc. It also does have a manual that says triple pack on it. So if you are looking to get this, because we almost we're going to get this from my local game store, but it was missing a manual, kind of beat up, and so I found one on eBay and my wife bought it for me. So really happy to have this because it has that extra content for the Borderlands pre-sequel, which I love the Borderlands games, and so I wanted to have all the content for it. Now that the marketplace is shut down, you know, you can no longer buy it from them, so that was an awesome gift to have. And the last thing she got from me, and this was a game that my buddy Dean told me about, and there was a physical version she found on eBay, and she picked it up for me, and that was Death Wish Enforcers. And it plays just like the Sunset Riders game. It looked really awesome from the gameplay that Dean shared with me many years ago, and she was looking for stuff and found this on eBay for me, and it's brand new and sealed copy. So I will be opening this, and later on this year, we will be sharing this and talking about it in one of my weekly gaming playlist series. This game looks really awesome, and I can't wait to play it. So that was a really awesome gift to get from my wife. So some cool stuff there. We'll move on to a couple things from my local game store, and then we'll end with the stuff that I got from GameStop. So the first up, got another Xbox 360 game, and I'm trying to get all of these NASCAR games that were released on the 360. I have a little list of them, and I get them when I can find them for a decent price. Sometimes people want 20, 30, and 40 bucks, which I'm not paying for. A local game store had this one for 15, and this was NASCAR 09, but this was the bonus Best Buy edition, which is a little bit different. It's been so many years, I don't even remember any NASCAR guys except Jeff Gordon, but he's actually on the on the other side, because the regular versions are just of Jeff Gordon, but there was this special Best Buy edition for their Best Buy driver. These copies were only sold at Best Buy. It's the same game. I don't know if there's any extra maybe Best Buy content on the disc or not, but either way, it was really cool seeing the Best Buy version, so I don't need to buy the regular version as well, because I could just flip the artwork around. But really happy to have that. So that's only a couple more of the NASCAR games, and I'll have them all for the Xbox 360. So really happy to get that. And then also they had this, was only $5, and it's a tall box. And I like this series. I played the NES games and stuff, and I remember this was actually pretty fun on the PS1, and that was Top Gun Fire at Will, and this is the custom PlayStation edition. It was in really good condition. Now, the only issue is, unfortunately, the top hinge was broken on it, but it does have the manual in great condition. The disc is like brand new, so other than this little crack up here, being broken, it's a great condition. It was only $5, which is a hell of a deal. I love tall box PS1 games, and this one was fun. I rented it as a kid and loved it, and now I finally have it in my collection. Really awesome. Definitely want to play this later this year, so that was a cool game. Got a couple more strategy guides, as I rarely have been finding any guides that I've needed lately, because I have so many already, but there was a couple there that I needed for my collection. And first up, for $8, I got the Darksiders 2 Studio Edition. Really nice book, as I do want to go through and play the Darksiders games. I have played a little bit of all of them, but I never beat them. And I wanted to get the strategy guides because there's so many collectibles and hidden secrets and boss strategies and stuff. I just really love strategy guides because it helps enhance playing the game, and you just don't miss out on anything then that way. Because sometimes there's certain stuff, like you go a certain path, you go too far and you miss out on something, and sometimes you have to start the whole game over. That's why I like having the strategy guide, is you can go through and have all the tips and tricks, as well as able to find secrets and stuff. Because, you can use online, and I've used online, but it's irritating having to scroll through text and stuff. I prefer to have a physical book that I can hold in my hand and use. So really happy to have that. And then the other one they got, and this is really cool because it goes with the other thing I got, and it was $12. The tag's falling off of it. But that was the Dead Rising 3 strategy guide, and it's like brand new. It doesn't look like it's ever been read, as there's a lot of secrets and hidden things in the Dead Rising games. I've been playing them since the first one. I have Dead Rising 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I do love having strategy guides for the games, because this gets you all the tricks and secrets and stuff that you can miss while playing the game. So very happy to have that. So a couple more strategy guides was excellent to have. Final two things here are from GameStop. I pre-ordered this back in October of last year, and it kept getting delayed, and it came out on January 1st, and GameStop actually got it. Well, I went there on the 2nd because I was busy on the 1st with doing stuff. Went there the 2nd after work, and at first they couldn't find it. They said, well, it said it was shipped. Oh, sorry, maybe it's coming tomorrow. We're not sure. But they had literally just boxes everywhere. The store was like in a mess. They had a whole bunch of people from other stores there taking in this big shipment. They had a huge trade-in too of random 360 and PS3 games that they were going through. And so the guy that I know, the manager there's cool. He's like, hey, Jeremy, he's like, I'll give you a call later on if we can find it. If not, I'll let you know this week if it shows up. Well, a few hours later, I get a call from one of the employees saying, hey, just want to let you know we found your game. You were one of 2 people that had it. It actually came in, was in a box. We got it for you. You can come down and pick up whenever you want to. And that was RoboCop Rogue City, the collection. But this is the US version. So you get RoboCop Rogue City and RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business with all the DLC physically on the discs, which is really cool. Now, I had a couple friends that had pre-ordered this from Amazon, and they're actually still waiting for copies. When I looked on it to get Amazon, it said anywhere from January 18th to February 20th. So like a huge window of it, because they actually ran out of copies for Amazon, and so they're trying to secure more. And that's what my buddy said. He was sending emails saying, we're sorry that we don't have a copy for you, but don't worry, we're securing another shipment to get you yours. So I'm really happy that I got it, because this is going to be a small print run. It was $50, but I used my $5 off coupon, as well as I had like another 5,000 some points or something that you get when you buy stuff. So I actually got $10 total off of this. I was able to use that $5 as well, so I got it for $40. Now last year I did get and he's here. There it is. I did buy from Nacon themselves, I did buy the European version, because this actually did come out in like October or November last year. So I do have that version, but I wanted to have the US version as well. I simply got these as collector pieces. I'm not opening them. I'm going to keep them sealed because I have the physical regular versions of both of those opened already, and I have the DLC and stuff for it. But I wanted to get these as a collection piece because I love RoboCop. I also wanted to help support Nacon and Teon, the ones that made this wonderful RoboCop games. I highly recommend this series. If you can get this collection, you don't have them, this is the way to go. You get a cool steelbook as well as the games and all the DLC and updates all on the disc, so you don't even need the internet if you don't have it. You know, everything's on here, and you get a cool little collection. Now, this was really small print run. My local GameStop only got 2 copies, the one I pre-ordered and the one the other guy pre-ordered, and that was it. They didn't get any for PS5 because nobody pre-ordered it. And talking to the manager, he's like, pretty much nowadays, like, unless it's a super, like it's Call of Duty or something, or a major Halo release or something, Gears maybe, they don't get very many Xbox releases. They might get 1 copy if you're lucky. Usually they don't. And I know a buddy here on YouTube, was watching his video talking about that he wanted to get this game, and he wasn't able to because GameStop said, sorry, we don't have it, and he had to go on to Amazon, and he was lucky enough to able to secure one of the copies from one of those shipments when it came out, because nobody had copies of it. So I definitely see this physical version, this collector's collection, being hard to get in the future. So very happy to have that. And the final one we got here, I picked it back on, it was like December 12th, I believe it came out. And I was one of the only people who pre-ordered this version. They also small print run for this version of it. There was an online exclusive version of this, which I really wish I would have got instead. It came with an extra cloth poster. This was not cheap. It was $120. Now you can get the digital game for $30. The regular version that this comes with, the day one edition, was $60. And some people said it wasn't worth it, but all the stuff I saw, it was amazing. I know my buddy Dean has this game. He played it and loved it and recommended it, so I'm looking forward to playing it eventually this year. I got to open everything. But I wanted to show you guys how it came. But that was Terminator 2D No Fate, the Day 1 edition, but the collector's edition. So it came with the Day 1 edition box, shrink-wrapped to the outer metal case that has extra goodies and stuff in it, which I will eventually share this with you guys. But I wanted to show you guys how it came. Now, what sucks, though, is the outer box for the Day 1 editions were very flimsy and came a little crushed. Like, it was shrink-wrapped that way. They weren't very strong. The cardboard they used was very cheap, and so a lot of people who got their copies shipped to them came crushed and damaged. And, you know, it's not the fault of the sellers, you know, and the shippers or anything. It's the fault of the manufacturer of the box. They used such cheap, flimsy paper. They should have used a hard box. Like, some of these other ones, you know, had hard cases. You know, they were harder ones, but it is what it is. But I'm really looking forward to having this and all the goodies and stuff. I got a couple posters in here, a manual. I believe there's a soundtrack in this as well. Just really cool bonus items. Now, there was 3 versions. There was this Day 1 edition that's in the box, which I got in here, that most people got. Then there's the collector's edition that comes in this metal tin. But there was an online version exclusive from the developers that had everything that was in here. Plus, the case was like a blackish gray instead of being a light gray like this version is. And he also got an extra poster, which I really wish I would have known about that. I would have pre-ordered that. It was the same exact $120 price point. But very happy to have this in the collection. I can't wait to play this. I will be sharing this game as well in a future episode on my weekly gaming playlist series. So keep an eye out for that. But there you guys go. That's all the pickups that I got for the end of last year and my Christmas gifts and stuff. I will be back eventually here with some pickups. Since I just had my birthday, I got gift cards and I got money and I also got some gifts. So I will be sharing those in my next pickup video with you guys, talking about the stuff I got for my birthday, and that'll be the second pickup video for 2026. But so far, 2026 is shaping up to be a great year for gaming for me. Some great stuff I'm looking forward to. I did recently release a gaming collecting goals video for 2026. If you guys missed him, I want to check it out, where I talk about and lay out the goals that I have planned for my collection for this year. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care. You guys have an amazing day. And Sleepy will see you next time.